Hi Capricorn, this is Eileen with your March 2018 Psychic Tarot card reading. And what we've got to start the month with is the Justice card. And the Justice card is telling us that if things have not been fair in your life, that it's time for things to go your way for a change, time for the pendulum to swing the other way. That now this is a destiny card. It's a major arcana card, so it's a good way to start your month. Also, this can refer to legal proceedings going in your favor. It can pertain to this is a karma card. It's like if you've been putting out a lot of good out into the world, into the universe, and somehow you haven't been getting good things back in return the way you should, that it's time for some good things to come back to you now. So it's a really good card. It does talk about fairness. It talks about having balance in your mind, and also or balancing your circumstances, adding balance to your life. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Also, it does talk about if some of you have decisions, important decisions that you need to make in the month of March, that using a logical mind and weighing things out carefully and making your decisions that way. I feel like Capricorn, this is typical of Capricorn anyway. Capricorns to me are a lot of times very logical thinking. They're business minded. They're good at balancing things. They're good at looking at the big picture and making decisions. So I'm not surprised you would even get a card like this. It's like, I feel like a lot of Capricorns, they weigh things, they analyze things, they have a very sharp mind. So you do these things anyway. I feel like a lot of you, that's just inside of you. But this is talking about things coming your way, things being made fair for you. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's like you're not going to have it any other way. You know you deserve better. You know you deserve to be treated fairly. And whether it's a personal relationship, a legal situation, whatever it is, something at work, I feel like you're confident. That's what I'm getting from this card for a lot of you in March, that you're confident and strong, and you know you deserve better. Okay, that you're not willing to accept less. And it looks like your strength, your confidence, your intellect will benefit you, and it's more you're kind of like you're really being who you are starting out in March, and things will go, and the universe is helping things along also to make things balanced and fair for you. So that's what I'm getting here to start with. And then here's another really good card, another major arcana, destiny card, strength. So it's once again, it's showing that you have the inner strength. However, what the strength card is saying is you don't need to be pushy with your strength, or just go and take what you want. Like, you have the inner strength, but you can be quietly achieving your goals, quietly getting your way, quietly convincing others, perhaps, whether it's in a work situation or in a personal relationship, of your point of view, of maybe how you see would be the best way to proceed, whether you're working on a project with people at work or you're in a personal relationship. I'm getting a lot of personal relationship matters here. I'm feeling a lot of love for some of you, being in a really good love relationship. You're already in a relationship with someone, that you have a loving, good relationship, and you just feeling confident and strong in your relationship. I'm also feeling some of you will be meeting someone in March that you feel compliments you, who's kind of equal to you, like you're eye to eye with, and you know, a kindred spirit of sorts, someone you can really relate to and who's very compatible with you. I feel like some of you will be entering, you'll just be meeting someone. Some of you already will be in this type of good relationship. It feels like it's a relationship that just goes on. It could be result in marriage or just staying together for a long time or something. But some of you will be meeting that kind of a person in March. And it's just it's like something is just natural. It just clicks. It's, you can't put a price tag on that, and you can't manufacture it. It either happens or it doesn't. And I feel like for some of you, it's just going to happen in March. You're going to meet that person. You're just going to be around them. It might be, I'm feeling for some of you, it might be in a work environment. So someone actually might be working with someone who ends up being their partner, their life partner. Some of you might meet someone while you're on the job. I just feel like that person is just, for some of you, the person is around you right now. For others of you, you might just be meeting the person. Yeah, but I get a lot of nice, good, magical feelings here for a number of you in the love department and romance, and just being with the right one, not just a partner, but the right one for you. That is, and it's a destiny. I feel like it's destined. You're supposed to get together. So either you're already around this person or you're going to be meeting them in March. Okay, and then next we have the Nine of Wands. Oh, and what I wanted to point out, I'm not just reading the meanings of the cards. I'm reading meanings of the cards, but I'm also tuning in on a psychic level to what I get and passing those messages along to you. Okay, and then the next one we have is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands, this is talking about you've been putting out a lot of effort. You've been maybe working some long hours. You've been working hard on projects or at your job. Some of it might even be just balancing your personal lives with your work life, because that's a lot of work and time consuming. It can get exhausting. And that's what I'm feeling like some of you Capricorns are going to be feeling, kind of weary and kind of tired at points during March because you've worked hard. But I feel like what I'm getting is a lot of strength here. And it's like, even though sometimes you might stop and feel like, oh my God, I'm getting exhausted from all this. How much further can I go? It's like you still have a lot of inner strength. You might take a little break like that and kind of shake your head and think, oh, how can I keep doing this? But then you get up and you just keep moving along and keep working and you plow through. I'm getting a lot of inner strength with a lot of you Capricorns. And I feel like that's just innate. I feel like that's who Capricorn is anyway. But I'm feeling like a number of you will be feeling just maybe overworked or overwhelmed with all the different activities and responsibilities and projects, whatever it is that's really consuming a lot of your time and energy. But you have plenty of strength to go on, and you will, to achieve all your goals, your dreams. And so now the next card I get here is the Queen of Swords. And with the Queen of Swords, now typically the swords represent the air signs of Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So for some of you, this might relate to someone who will be around you in March, who will be in your life, possibly in a romantic way, or possibly just as a friend, or maybe someone at work. But I'm feeling for a number of you Capricorns that you may be embracing the traits of the Queen of Swords in March. And the Queen of Swords can just be a very, kind of a no-nonsense kind of person. And sometimes even get, she's very strong, she's independent, sometimes might get very impatient with other people because she's got a real quick mind, okay? She's got a sharp intellect, sharp mind. And I feel like the way Capricorn is, they're very intelligent, but they're very hardworking. And if you might be get a little impatient with people around you in March who you don't feel are living up to, your expectations in some way or another. This could be in the workplace where you're doing a lot of work, you're taking responsibility, you organize your time, you're efficient, working hard, you're moving up maybe in your company, in your line of work. And you see others who seem to be kind of, oh, I don't know, maybe taking shortcuts or maybe struggling along, maybe not seeming to have a good grasp on really organizing their time and being efficient and really working as hard as you do and feeling a little impatient towards them or critical of them. That's what I'm getting, critical of them. So, and now also for some of you, I feel like you're going to have someone like this in your life in March. This could be in the work area. This might be somebody, this could represent someone who's in a management position, perhaps at your job, and who tends to have kind of a, you know, he, and this could be male or female sometime, but I'm getting a lot of female energy here too, that more so than the male energy associated with this card right now, but she might be kind of critical of others and not, you know, she can act pleasant, but she's always watching and kind of looking, and like you can just, sometimes you can just tell whether somebody approves or disapproves just by the way they look and don't say anything. So some of you could be having someone in your workplace that you feel is kind of watching in kind of a judgmental or critical manner, while not necessarily criticizing, but being someone who's kind of hard to please. I guess that's what I'm picturing, someone who's kind of hard to please. But and then some of others of you might be actually embracing some of those qualities yourself because you're just getting impatient because you're working so hard. And let me see what else I'm getting here. Now, I am feeling like some of you are going to be, I'm feeling, I don't know if this is one person I'm tuning into or a few. There's someone who matches, who has these kind of traits, and just very no nonsense, okay, kind of person who works hard and takes pride in where they've gotten to and, you know, where they're going, and feels like, hey, they've worked hard to get where they are, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm tuning, and like I said, I don't know if this is one person I'm tuning into of this description or a few, who is currently not with anyone, not with a romantic partner, who would like to have someone, who's looking, but wants someone who matches herself. And, but she's not the type that's going to be chasing after some guy or anything like this. It's like she's got her pride, but she wants someone. And she's comfortable with herself. She's independent. She's self-sufficient, has a good job, income, whatever. So it's not like she needs a man for that, but she does want someone who is, you know, who matches her. She wants somebody else who's worked hard and achieved something, a certain amount of success, and who's equal, her like an equal that she could meet, and she's open to that. So she has a soft side. She wants love. She wants attention and affection. But I feel like she puts up a pretty good, strong image of someone who doesn't need anyone, but she knows she wants romance in her life. And I'm feeling like whoever this is I'm looking at, there is someone that you're going to meet. There is someone who's going to fairly closely match you, not completely. I feel like there's a guy that you're going to meet. There's a man, and he does well for himself. But I feel like he's got a little more of a easygoing, maybe a little more easygoing nature. And so kind of a little more flexible. He doesn't tend to, like, I feel like you might tend to look around, and if you see other people who aren't working as hard as you, you kind of look down at them, or you kind of, you know, you don't like it. You don't appreciate it. You kind of don't like that. You want everybody to be working at their very best and doing their very best because you know you do, and you take pride in that. I feel like he tends to kind of let that slide in people. He doesn't pay a lot of attention. He just feels like a little more easygoing, but I do feel like you and him are going to match each other pretty well. You're both going to be very attracted to each other and very drawn to each other. You both do well in your jobs. And it feels like it could be a good match for the two of you, to tell the truth. It feels like he would even have the effect on you where he might soften you up a bit. Because you might start falling in love, and when you start falling in love, you start just feeling happier and all that sort of thing anyway. And not only that, you know you want attention from someone. You know you want a love relationship, and that will help to I don't know, it's almost like you calm down a little bit and just feel a little more peaceful inside and happier inside. So it's kind of like things are getting rounded out in your life. So yes, that person is there. I feel like you will be meeting. I don't know if it'll be in March, but I'm feeling like he's around. Okay, and then the next card we have is the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups, this is a beautiful card. This is what is called the Wish card. So for some of you who have been working towards something in your life, whether I feel like it's got a lot to do for a number of you. Now, the cups do have to do with emotions and love and feelings, but I feel like for a number of you, this is representing prosperity in your lives, that you've been working at something and having your eye on something that you wanted to either achieve or something you wanted to have in your life. Maybe some of you wanted to own a home, or there's something, and you're celebrating and feeling good because you got your wish and you're getting what you wanted. And then for others, I feel like you're going to be happy in your love relationships and your family relationships. So it does talk about emotional and material happiness and fulfillment, and just a lot of abundance and prosperity and happy times and celebrations in your life, and feeling love of family and friends. That's what I'm getting for a number of you, that you're going to feel good in your maybe your home environment and with your family and your friends, and maybe have a little celebrations. But it just feels like an overall sense of security and being pleased with your accomplishments, feeling good, like, okay, yeah, I've been working hard, but I'm stopping to enjoy my life too. I'm working on balancing my life so I can enjoy my family and friends as well as work and reap the benefits from the work that I've been doing. So that's a very nice card to have in your reading. And then the next card, this really ties in with the previous one. This is the Six of Cups. And with the Six of Cups, this is talking again about happiness in your personal relationships, or maybe in the way of maybe some old love from the past coming back into some of your lives. But it refers to something from the past that was happy for you. So for some of you, it might be friends or relatives you haven't seen in a long time, and you get to visit with them again and have a good time together and really enjoy yourselves. Or for others, this will mean a relationship from the past comes back again. Maybe it ended prematurely, and so now that person comes back into your life, and you have another chance to get reacquainted and possibly start a new relationship. And then also, this does represent, it could be some kind of work that some of you have done in the past that worked out well for you and that you were happy doing, and maybe you made money and you were happy and enjoying yourselves. You will have another chance again in March to do that kind of work again. So for some of you, that could mean a particular company you work for, or a type of job you held that you've looked back and thought, oh, I was doing well at that, the money was good, and plus I really enjoyed it. You might have a new opportunity to revive that again. Or some of you who've had a business, and maybe the business got slow and it wasn't as good as maybe it was in the past. This is telling us that you might have new opportunities for your business to come back and be good again and be abundant again and prosperous. And I am feeling also that for some of you, it feels almost like, how should I say this? Even though this represents someone from the past, I feel like for some of you, there might be a new relationship coming into your life. What it could be is someone you've been acquainted with already, and that you see, the person I'm seeing here is you looked at this person like a very nice temperament, pleasant kind of person that nothing ever came of it before. And now they're around you again, and maybe you've been around them off and on here and there, and you're going to have a chance to start getting to know them more, and you're really attracted to this person, and I'm feeling like you'll have an opportunity to really let yourself shine and get acquainted and get to know this person better in March. So that's good for a potential romance for some of you also. And then the next card we have is the Five of Cups. Now, by contrast, the Five of Cups, again, cups being emotions and feelings, this is talking about someone being hurt, possibly in a relationship. And it could be where someone's gotten their heart broken in a love relationship, or maybe even a friendship or something like that, in the way of just personal relationships where someone disappointed you or who's hurt you. I'm getting a sense of someone who's gotten their heart broken in a love relationship recently, or possibly it's unfolding as we go into March, and really being hurt over this. I feel like I'm tuning in maybe just to one person, possibly a few, but there's someone who really gets hurt in a love relationship, and just really has their feelings hurt, and feels like whatever they had with this person they were involved with, it was just taken from them. Like the person just, maybe I've got to get a drink of water. Maybe there was some disagreement of some kind. Maybe, let me try to tune in on this and see. I feel like someone, whoever it is, they broke up with you, and they were being very critical of you for whatever the reason. I'm feeling a mean side to this person's personality, to tell the truth. Now, maybe you weren't totally aware of it, or maybe you saw it, but you weren't expecting this person to act mean to you. So I would, to me, whenever you see somebody treating others poorly, it doesn't matter where you're at. You could be eating dinner. If you see they're being rude to the waiter, waitress, or they're criticizing people they work with and saying mean things, you can just about bet money sooner or later they're going to make their way around to you where they're criticizing you and treating you badly. They're just not doing it now because they're still trying to please you and impress you. But to me, that's a red flag, because they will eventually make their way around to you. I'm feeling there's this kind of situation that has gone on with someone, that they were having some kind of a close romantic relationship with this person, and I'm feeling whoever I'm seeing that got their feelings hurt and who's got their heart broken, that you're a very sensitive person, and you're not the type to be mean and hateful to people. You're, for the most part, you're pretty nice, and you have a nice demeanor and a nice temperament, and you're sweet and kind. And this person that you were involved with was probably acting pretty good to you, but then all of a sudden, for whatever the reason, they started being mean, maybe criticizing you and putting you down and blaming you for who knows what. And then they kind of, it's like they pushed you aside. They rejected you and just turned mean towards you. And it really, really hurt. But that was bound to happen, because people who have that in them, sooner or later, if they're not treating you that way, they will. So you're better off without this person, and you're better off letting yourself heal, getting stronger from it, and looking for the red flags in the future when you're with someone else. Like I said, if you see them criticizing other people, being mean to other people, even though they could be all sweet and charming to you, just believe me, sooner or later, the more comfortable they get with you, the more they're going to start turning that meanness towards you. Okay, next we have the Six of Swords. And this is a good progression right here from Five of Cups. Get your heart broken, get hurt, get your feelings hurt. And then the Six of Swords is talking about moving away from difficult situations, moving on, having peace in your life, better times ahead, that you've been hurt, you've learned from it, you've healed, or you're healing, and you're moving on and moving away. Getting adjusted to the idea that maybe you had something with someone, you were half of a couple or something, and now you're not, and just adjusting to that. You're on your own for right now. You're moving on, going to better times. I feel like for some of you, this is also referring to a move in your work, possibly. Some of you might, I'm feeling somebody might be moving out of state just because they want to not necessarily because something terrible happened or whatever. It's just there, you know, it hasn't been as satisfactory. Maybe they've had a little disappointments and stuff, but it hasn't been as good or satisfactory as they would like. And they're moving on. Somebody's moving possibly from one state to another, or something like that, like moving on somewhere, and possibly you might know people where you're moving to, whether it's friends, acquaintances, and your work prospects are better. That's what I'm getting. I don't know if you may have not already lined up a job, or maybe you did. It just feels like, I almost feel like you may have already lined up a job. But yeah, because it feels like you got prosperity waiting for you. And so there's good times coming. And you're just focused on that. You're trying not to be, what do I want to say, overly expectant. You know, you don't want to have your hopes too high to be let down. So you're trying to be realistic. But you're moving onward to another place that's going to work out better for you. I don't know if this is just one person I'm looking at or a few, that this is a good move for you. But in general, this is a good card of moving away from difficult times, difficult people and relationships, and moving on to better times. So this is good. Okay, and then the next card we have is the Empress. And the Empress, this is another major arcana card. Another destiny card. I got to put my water cup down. Okay. And with the Empress, this is talking about fertility. This is talking about bringing something to fruition. It's talking about spirituality. The Empress card is just, again, a really good major arcana card. This was just some good cards in here this month, Capricorn, from March. Empress, talking about some of you may be pregnant, maybe having a baby or just had a baby. Some of you may be also not only with relationship and love and spirituality and combining the earthly with the spiritual aspects of life. It's talking about bringing plans to fruition. It's talking about being productive. So some of you, this could represent something having to do with business, because it represents, it's almost like you're planting your seed, you're letting them grow and develop, and you're seeing your work unfold and the rewards coming your way for your efforts that you have been putting out. And so for some of you, this is related to work in your business. Some of you may be self-employed and may have been laying the groundwork and putting the building blocks in place and just building your business and watching things unfold and watching your projects come to fruition, enjoying the rewards and getting the good feedback and the good feelings that you're accomplishing your goals. You're doing what you want to do. And not only that, I'm getting a sense of a number of you feeling good about balancing your lives, balancing your personal with your work life, with your professional life. And also for those of you who are in relationships, you might feel that, yes, you've been putting time and attention into your relationships, into your home, and that you're enjoying the rewards. You're having love and peaceful, happy relationships, and your home life is nice. And at the same time, feel good about what you're accomplishing in your goals for your work and business. It's just a really very good omen here. Okay, just really nice cards. And the last card we have is the Fool, another really good major arcana. And with the Fool, it's referring to unexpected opportunities that may suddenly appear out of nowhere, seemingly. So you might get a great idea. You might be talking to someone. This is what I'm feeling. Some of you might be talking to a friend or coworker, acquaintance, whatever, and just get inspired to start some kind of a business of your own. And all of a sudden you're thinking, well, yeah, I know a lot about that topic already. I have contacts that I can already tap into and kind of pull it together and make an outline, make a framework for myself to get started and be self-employed in this. Maybe I can just start it little at a time, or maybe I have a lot of free time right now to really pour my efforts into it. I'm feeling that it's like almost like the world is at your fingertips. It's like a lot of you will have opportunities that it's almost like you're being in the right place at the right time. That's what I'm getting here for a number of you. Whatever that project, interest, that goal is, that possible new business venture, it's like you're just right there and it's right in front of you. You're just in the right place at the right time. So, and with all new projects or businesses or whatever that you are starting at, something you haven't really done before. Maybe you haven't done it that way before. It's just a whole new way of doing things for you, a new way of life. It might be some risk involved, but the Fool is saying, hey, and measure out weigh your options, do your research, and so you're not just stepping out on a limb, not knowing what you're doing. I feel like a lot of you already have the resources and the skills and the knowledge, and you're just taking the next step. So even though you don't know exactly how it's going to turn out, and what the Fool is saying, listen to your intuition. Follow your instincts, follow your intuition, but be guided by your dreams and your goals, and be confident in the knowledge you have, the experience, the resources you already have. It's kind of like making a cake or something. You have all your ingredients and you're ready to put it together and make something good out of it. This is what I'm getting for a number of you Capricorns for the month of March. So that sounds really good. Okay, and then the last thing I want to do, I want to go ahead and pull one card from the Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. And if you like my channel, my videos, please be sure and subscribe so you will be notified when I have new videos posted. And if you have subscribed already, I thank you for your subscriptions. And feel free to leave comments. I welcome your comments. And if anyone would like a private reading, my rates and contact info are listed below. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to pull one card for Capricorn from March 2018 from the Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. I need one card. What's the message for Capricorn for March of 18? For Capricorn, March of 18. What's the message for Capricorn for March of 18? What's the message? What's the message for Capricorn from March of 18? Okay. Okay, let me see here. Lay these out. I think this is it here. Okay, this says 2 of Spring. A bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. This ties in with so many other cards here. This is a great message. Okay, a bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. Love it. Perfect. That's the perfect message. Okay, and then I'm going to get one card from Nature's Whispers deck. Nature's Whispers is by Angela Hartfield with artwork by Josephine Wall. Okay, what's the message for Capricorn from March 2018? Capricorn, March 2018. What's the message for Capricorn, March 2018? March 2018 for Capricorn. What's the message? Okay, one more shuffle. These are kind of hard to shuffle. They're a fairly new deck also. They're my new, just about my newest deck, I think, or one of my newest ones. Okay, which one is it? I think it's this. I keep pulling this. How does this keep happening? Some of the other ones have gotten this. Okay, this is Illumination. Okay, here, I'll show you the card up close. And these cards are really new, so they all look identical. There's all the markings are the same on the back. And I've been pulling this for different signs recently. So, I don't know, it's just like a big message a lot of people are supposed to hear. Let me show you the beautiful image first for Illumination. There's so much detailed artwork in here. I love, love, love these cards. I don't know how clear this is, but just beautiful artwork. It just goes on and on forever. Okay, that's number 2. Let me look it up in the book. Okay, let's see. Number 2. Card number 2. I don't know, the way this card, and believe me, every card in this deck is identical. It's a fairly brand new deck. I've barely used it, so there's no way I would know that was the card I was pulling. It just keeps jumping out. Illumination. Just as a full moon sheds its light on our world, you are being shown that there is hope and guidance for you. Have faith. Just holding on to a belief in yourself will plant the seed of manifestation in your life. You are being asked to release any worry or fear that you may be harboring. The clarity you desire is at hand. All you need is something in which to place your faith. So trust in yourself, your support, and the divine. You will be assisted in difficult times. This can also signify inspiration and new love. There is a shedding of light on hidden treasures or surprises. Okay, that's a good message. And last but not least, I'm going to get one from Messages from Your Angels by Doreen Virtue. This will be the last card. Okay, I need one message for Capricorn for March of 18. Capricorn, March of 18. What's the message for Capricorn from March 18? March of 18, Capricorn. One message, one card for Capricorn from March of 18. March 18, March 18 for Capricorn. Okay, lay these out. Okay. I think this is the one here. Okay, this says Grace and Antoinette. To help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. Okay, well, this would be applied to anyone that's been having some kind of disagreements or upsetting situations going on and maybe in your relationships. To help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. Sometimes that's hard when you're mad at somebody, but I guess it's a good practice, though. It is a good practice to try to step into the shoes of the other person if you're having some kind of challenging situations going on or hurt feelings, especially if feelings are getting hurt, you know. Maybe sometimes we all are capable of saying things that might come across very harsh to other people and everything. Okay. All right, Capricorn. Well, that's it for March of 18. And please subscribe to my channel so you'll be getting notifications of new videos as they're posted. Also, I do have the weekly love and romance reading that's there right now. If anyone wants to listen to that, that's there right now. The weekly one for the week of February 12 through 18, I believe. And be sure and subscribe if you haven't already, and I thank you for your subscriptions for those of you who have. And if anyone would like a private reading, my rates and contact info are listed below. Okay, Capricorn, thank you for watching my video. Have a great March. We'll talk again soon. Thank you.